Welcome back to New Agreements with me, Dave Erasmus. This week I am very pleased to say we have got Jessi Baker from Provenance, a blockchain transparency and supply chain platform. Sometimes you meet people and their skills of articulation just stand out, and that's what this podcast is about, New Agreements. It's about asking interesting people that I get in contact with or that I meet that I want to learn from, hearing their story, hearing what they know about, and then asking them succinctly, what is the new agreement that you think we need, either to ourselves, in our homes, or in society at large, that will help make the future flourish and thrive. We are living in unprecedented times, and the old patterns that we've had aren't going to survive, so we're going to need some new agreements. It's about a 45-minute conversation, packed full of good stuff, some great ideas from Jessi. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I hope you really enjoy it. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of New Agreements. I'm here today in Hoxton with Jessi Baker. Thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
We first met in Holland in May.
Yes.
At the Next Web conference, and we had 30 minutes to... What were we talking about?
We talked about all kinds of stuff. Full backstory, I seem to remember. Yeah.
Well, the context was social entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And trying to sort of take what you're doing with transparency, which we'll hear about, and put it into that context, which was brilliant. And I was very impressed and couldn't believe, how well you talk about what is a really difficult subject. And we were chatting a bit afterwards about what that means for the rest of us and what that means for new organisations. So I thought it'd be really great to have you. So thanks for making time. It's a lovely office you've got here. It's envy of all startups everywhere, I think.
The classic Hoxton loft, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's great. The graffiti on the front.
I know, yeah.
Bikes strewn around, yeah.
Yeah, we are. It's kind of a little bit cliche, isn't it? I know.
But no, I'm very envious. This is the perfect thing. And you're really running at quite a click. You've got about, 20 people in here?
Yeah, 20 people here based in Hoxton, yeah. And then a bunch of people also contributing remote from around the world. Canada, Berlin today, yeah.
So as you know, the New Agreements podcast is all about trying to figure out, in this new unknowable world, what kind of agreements should we have with each other, in our homes, in our personal lives, and in society at large.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get onto that at some point. But just for anybody that didn't see our first conversation, where do you come from? What got you to here to Hoxton? And
yeah. Good question. I started life, growing up, I suppose. Let's start right at the beginning. I guess growing up, always been interested in where things come from and how things got to be as they are. Naturally curious about, where things come from. So not a crazy leap to imagine that I end up running a company that's really obsessed with where products come from, the supply chains behind products and the impact they have on the planet and society. But I came to here sort of via studying engineering, spent a lot of time in supply chains, mainly in the fashion industry, but also food and various other sectors. Saw the reality behind how our products are created, which on the one extreme is horrifying, on the other extreme is just beautiful, and it's kind of an incredible symphony of things that you just wouldn't imagine behind a tomato or a t-shirt. But then got into digital product design and development, and I was doing a PhD actually in computer science when I decided to start Provenance. And really, the concept's pretty simple, really. It's quite self-motivated. I just wanted to know where the products I buy come from, the impact they've had on people and planet, so that I can shop with my values. And so that's really our quest here. And everyone out there is got a different motivation for wanting to know the provenance of their products. We've got some serious climate change activists. We've got people that just really hate waste, and then lots of people really concerned about the human aspect behind our products.
And that's what provenance means, isn't it? It means finding the origin or the origin of
the
story.
origin. Yeah, it's usually provenance.
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 I'll be saying that from now on.
But yeah, I think mostly it's been used kind of related to art and antiquities, but we've kind of repurposed and reclaimed the word to mean just the origin of any physical thing, really.
Yeah. And I like the way you say it, that because I get a bit weary of the narratives of bashing things all the time, just things that we shouldn't do, things that we don't want. I mean, we need to do that. That's part of life, hemming in the edges and upgrading. But it's also about what life are we going to live? What do we value? What do we love? What do we appreciate? And so I like the way that you describe the two sides of the coin. Yeah, it's about making sure I don't buy shit.
Yes.
But it's also about saying, wow, that beauty and the creativity that's gone into this tomato, as 100%, you said. It's like, oh, I can understand it and appreciate it. It's like, it's almost like doing a wine tasting with a connoisseur who helps you to understand the complexity that would otherwise be lost on you.
Oh, for sure.
And if you get the backstory of the provenance, maybe that's kind of what you can unlock in the value of people's appreciation for what they already have. Yeah,
the personal stories as well, and struggles, and just beautiful like ambition behind so many simple products when you kind of dig in is... it's just so inspiring. And I mean, that's it. It's hard to get all of that onto a label, right? Like those nights up late crying, trying to create that perfect, whatever it is, bag from upcycled material or food products that is able to lower carbon footprint or whatever it is. There's just so many personal struggles and endeavours behind so many of our products. And we think that's how you should be inspired by a product rather than a made-up advertising campaign.
Well, it's the same as when you meet someone, you can get distracted by their charm, but ultimately it's their character that builds the long-term relationships and the future that we want.